Welcome to Granny Shifting. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute
11
already?
of Fast Furious.
Fast Ampersand. Is
Furious.
it Ampersand?
Like an amphibian. Ampersand.
Really?
I don't know. I don't even know how to spell it.
You can't spell it. It's just a symbol. We're doing this minute from memory.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Because we got pizza coming, so we got to be ready for that.
Pretty much the whole minute is Letty and Dom talking by the ocean.
Right.
And Dom is telling Letty he wants to split up.
Yeah.
Not like relationship-wise, but he knows he's about to get busted, or he feels like he could get busted, and he wants to protect her, but not having her next to him.
Right.
Same as with Han.
Right. Yeah. He's trying to isolate himself.
But like you said, Letty loves the crime.
Yes.
She doesn't want to leave the action.
And she uses the term ride or die, which is a term they used way back in the first movie.
Yeah.
Meaning like, we'll stay together until we die.
Ride or die. Like, we're together or we die.
Right.
That's what you just said.
You got it. Yep.
I was trying to break that down a little more, and I'm like, I feel like it's actually pretty straightforward. Ride or die. There's another podcast called that, Ride or Die.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a kid that like hates every movie. So he watches them and then he complains about how terrible.
He renamed it though. Didn't he rename it?
I don't know. I mean, I talked to him a little bit, but man, I'm like, you really don't like these movies.
No, like hearing his reviews, he just doesn't.
Yeah, I feel bad. It was his sister's favorite series.
That's right.
His sister died, and so he's doing a podcast for her, but it's like, he's like, oh man, it's rough.
At least try to like him.
Yeah.
You know? All right, so.
Okay.
She's like, how long have we been doing this? You know, what you think it's now all of a sudden too dangerous?
New. Yeah,
like
which is fair point.
He doesn't really have a response for that other than he hoists her on to
grabs
his
her
lap.
by the butt cheeks and lifts her up, almost like he did in the garage back in the first movie.
Yeah,
but now he's sitting down on a rock when he does it, which would be a really awkward way to pick somebody up.
But he's got the muscles for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks sharp, dressed up all nice, and they're making out on the rock by the ocean. And the party's like nowhere to be seen anymore.
Right. Well, I feel like you could see it. So I noticed we get like, they start making out and then it gets a transition to like their shack.
Yeah.
Their bungalow, we'll call it, on the beach. And like off in the distance, there's still water, but like off in the distance, there was all these lights.
Oh, so that
like
was the
torches
party,
looking lights. So I'm thinking that was the party off in the distance.
I gotcha.
But then we go inside of the bungalow and we just see Letty sleeping.
Yeah. The camera like pans up to her and she's laying there asleep.
Right. And pans up a little bit further and we see Dom just staring at her.
Cold stare.
Yeah. Very
It's not
thoughtful.
creepy because he's not saying anything.
Right.
What was this in reference to before? We talked about this.
No, it is creepy
campfire.
if you don't say something.
Well, but you're allowed to stare at campfires and the ocean, but not people.
Right.
Yeah, she's sleeping and he's staring. But I think what's happening is he's thinking, should I just leave tonight?
Yeah, I think he's like, she's going to stay with me no matter what, so I'm just going to have to leave her.
To protect her.
Yeah. Out of love.
She'll be
Family.
so mad.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. That was my belly.
So there's like a frog in here?
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all that happens in that minute. Anything else to add? What do you think is going through his brain?
I think he's thinking about leaving. Out of love for her, he's gonna ditch in the night.
What's his plan? What could be his plan?
Run
to Rio
till things cool down.
Mexico?
I don't know.
Join a gang?
Tokyo?
Yeah. So does it have to be a country with no... What's it called?
Oh, where you can't run across the borders and export
like where
you.
America extradition.
Extradition. Okay. So he's seeking asylum in...
Yeah. He's a refugee. He was attacked for his beliefs. And his beliefs were that stealing camcorders was good.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay to steal if you're poor and kind.
Yeah. I wonder what's going on with like Vince and Leon. Did they go to prison or?
Doesn't one of them come back in the series at some point or no?
Yeah.
Vince does.
Mm-hmm.
Leon doesn't.
No. So he's probably in prison.
Do we ever look him up? See what happened to him?
We probably did. We talked about trying to get him on the podcast. We thought like maybe his career was suffering enough.
Yeah.
And you might want to talk about relive the old days on our podcast.
Oh.
Maybe not, though.
What are you referring to? All right.
No, I don't think Chad Lindbergh is that way. I mean, I don't think his career is like shot off.
No, he's doing good now. He's in some big shows now.
Right, but like he doesn't. To me, it's not like he dislikes that he was only in one Fast and Furious movie.
He definitely hates that.
You think he does?
Oh my word, he wants to be back in it so bad.
Yeah, but I think
was
it's only
a big
because
character in the first movie of the biggest franchise in all of history. But he's only
one of the biggest.
Isn't it the biggest by some sort of number? There's 10 movies.
Right, but Marvel has 27 out.
Were they the same story?
Yeah, I mean, one long story.
What about like how much money they spent?
Even Star Wars has made more money than Fast and Furious.
It's definitely the longest runway.
Okay, yeah. I'll give you the longest runway.
I thought it had some records.
It is a huge series.
As a series, the billboard, the box office. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure the movie's made
huge,
a ton of money.
And he hasn't been a part of it since it got huge.
But I feel like he just loves talking about it. Like,
yeah,
Harrison Ford was in the first 3 Star Wars movies that came out, and he hates Star Wars. Like, he did not want to come back for any of the movies.
But he's been famous for so many other movies. Everybody knows
that was his first famous role. He was in a movie before that, which you couldn't even tell me what it was.
But hasn't he done big movies since then?
Right,
tons of them.
That's what kicked off his
Lindbergh
career.
Hasn't though. Lindbergh's biggest movie was his first one. Not his. I don't know if it was his first.
It wasn't his first,
but it was.
October Sky was earlier.
Yeah, that was
I don't know what his first one was, but
I mean, like the one he's most well known for was this. And it like was his peak of his career. I'm not saying skill wise, but like from popularity of a show he's done, that was it.
Like anybody who would see Chad Lindbergh would be like, "Oh, it's Jesse from Fast and Furious."
You don't think, "Oh, it's a guy from he's on some like horror show or something."
He was in Supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
All right.
But that's the end of minute 11. So we'll see what Dom does. Does he leave her? Does he leave her with a little memento and then peace out and never see her again? And this could be. What are you looking at?
We can talk about it later.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for listening. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
Always remember,
winning's winning.